Hey guys, happy New Year's Eve. I know lots of you are looking forward to a big celebration tonight and thinking about what you want to bring into the new year. But if you aren't dying well, then we can't make space for new things to come in. Life and death go together. And that's what we're going to talk about today on our Animist Tidbit. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Laura Giles with Pan Society. Thank you so much for being here. If you like our channel, please like, share, and subscribe. That will help us out a ton. If you're feeling generous at this end of the year, you can also donate. There's a button down below, buymeacoffee.com/Pan Society. Thank you so much. So, as you look outside, it's winter, it's cold, all kinds of things are dying all around us. And that's kind of the wheel of life. That's what's telling us what we need to be doing inside of ourselves too. So I know a lot of you, a lot of us, kind of avoid death. It's kind of dark and not pleasant, painful. We don't like to think about it. And so we do things like celebrate life instead, which is great. But if you're not mourning, if you're not grieving, you're probably not dying well. Things need to die. They need to be put to rest. You can't plant new seeds if there's no space. So this moving of that old energy out creates that space. And a way that we do that is always by being in a space of renewal. Like if you look at the moon, we just had the full moon, beautiful moon. It goes from empty to full, empty to full, empty to full. And that's what dying is about. It's about emptying. Letting go of all those old things that no longer serve us, that we don't need anymore, so that we can grow into the new person that we are becoming. And there is no rebirth without pain. You think about how babies are born. They come into the world through pain for the baby and the mother, right? When a seed breaks open, I don't know what it's like to be a plant, but imagine that there's some pain associated with that. If you look at a chick coming out of its shell, it has to fight. It pecks on that shell and breaks its way out. It's a struggle to live. And, that's painful. And dying is the same way. And it's just necessary. It's part of the process. So a lot of times we avoid that pain. And what I do all day long, I'm a trauma therapist, that's that pain that hasn't been let go. So it accumulates. And it stays stuck inside of you until you find a way to burst it open and let it go. And when that happens, I know it's painful, I know it's hard, but when that happens, it creates space for new things to come in, for happiness to come in, for a new way of being in the world, for a new you to come in. And that is so beautiful and juicy. And you look at new things like a painting. If an artist creates a painting, that's a burst of new life. When the flowers come out in spring, and we're not that far away, from the crocuses and the early spring flowers that come out in February, it's breaking that ground, coming through the snow, and it's just like, wow, look at this new life. It's so incredible. But something had to happen to make that happen. Pain had to happen. It doesn't just happen in happiness and light. And in order to have that balance, we've got to do both. When you think about the things that you've done to hurt people, to damage yourself, to the things that were not fabulous, part of that is making amends, making it right. I recently did a podcast on the law of gender, so the balance of the masculine and feminine, and talked about living in zero. So for every positive, there's a negative. So whenever you make this negative, you got to put a positive in there by making amends, by doing the right thing, by fixing it. And you can't always do that with the person who was wrong, but you can do it with someone else. And really, it is about creating balance between you and that person that you harmed, but more importantly, it's about creating balance with yourself. It's a way to symbolize, I'm sorry, and I don't want to do that again, with yourself, to bring you back in harmony, so that when the new year comes, when the new moon comes, when the time for rebirthing thing comes, you have fertile soil for that new thing to be born. So I hope that you are doing some grieving today. I hope that you are letting go of things. I hope that you're doing lots of rituals to make this new year juicy and full and all the things that you want it to be, so that what happens is you don't sit on the hamster wheel doing the same old thing over and over again. How many times have you been in a relationship, different person, same relationship, right? We do that. It's because we're not letting go, we're not healing, we're not changing. Now is the perfect time to do that. I hope that you have a good death. It's part of life. I know it sounds kind of weird, but so that you can be new. Love to hear about what you're manifesting, what you're letting go of. We have a great community over at Facebook, and lots of people are sending me lots of questions. I love the questions. Please keep those questions coming in, because you inspire us to make new content just for you. But there's another way. You can come and have the conversation with tons of people, get lots of different perspectives on what's important to you in our private groups at Facebook or on MeWe. So I hope to see you there. Love to have you part of the crowd, and Happy New Year. Ciao.